I answered a viewer call this morning at my news station, and we've been running the asylum seeker story about like the progress that we're seeing there. And it really comes down to just there's shady ass people. Like there's shady, shitty people out there. A woman called me and was like, hey, so all those illegal immigrants that are coming to the US, are they gonna get the vaccine before citizens? Like it really kind of dives down to like you're a piece of crap. Like, so that's what you're worried about here. Like, they're not coming here for these things. They're coming here to be here, like to live better, to do better for their family. And you're really worried about this? Like, just be patient. Like, wait for it. Like, don't go do stupid shit. Stay your ass at home. Like, what are you talking about? And it just dials down to like some people really just don't care about others, and that's heartbreaking.
No, they don't. And they also fill their mind with rancid right-wing propaganda where they just watch all this right-wing bullshit that they fill their mind with, where all the right wing does is talk about immigrants. And they go, "You have a problem. You have a problem. It's the illegals. It's the illegals." Because what they don't want to do, this is master deflection for the right wing. They don't want to tell poor struggling white people that like their problem is like capitalism and like, you know, like the problem with their poverty is like exploitation and the capitalist billionaires. They don't want to tell them that, because if they told them that, then they might actually be like, hey, I want a higher wage or I want health care. No, no, no. They don't want to do that because that's too much truth, and they don't want them coming after their class interests. So what they do is they go, no, no, no. The problem is the illegal immigrant who is poor as fuck and coming over desperately trying to save their child from
And taking your
Guatemala.
job and
That
taking
has
your
no,
job
yeah,
from you.
that has no power. That's actually your problem. And so these fucking stupid, ignorant, angry people don't know how to fucking don't know how to place their anger properly. And so they go, yeah, yeah, it's not my employer who exploits me and exploits my time and doesn't pay me. It's the helpless mother from El Salvador who came over here desperate, trying to find a better life because she's escaping her destabilized country that the United States invaded and destabilized. It's her fault.
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all 100%. You know, that's the propaganda that is poured into the right wing and to the working class, unfortunately, and people actually run with this shit. You know, $15 an hour has been overdue, been past overdue. I've been calling for $30 an hour since last year. Probably need to be higher than that. And the things I was getting back in return was, well, you guys are unskilled workers. I'm like, unskilled, untrained, right?
Unskilled.
I'm unskilled and untrained, right? Let me tell you this. There's no 4-year college accredited school across the country that's going to teach you how to work in a fucking warehouse. So you can go to Harvard, you can go to Yale, you can go to Spelman, go wherever you want and graduate, get your degree, get your piece of paper, come to this warehouse at Amazon, and guess who got to train you? Your unskilled worker. So you
This
tell
country would absolutely fucking collapse
so
without
you tell me
them.
who's really unskilled and who's really untrained, because I didn't learn none of that shit in any school I went to. When I learned the job by putting my hands to work. These
No,
hands right here, these hands are magic to me,
no,
and
yeah.
these are all I have. So that's my skill set. I'm a doer. Some people learn, some people work differently, some people like to sit at a desk. I had a desk job. Guess what? I got fired for falling to fucking sleep. I'm sorry, but it happened because I just wasn't that type of worker. I'm a hands-on. I need to move. I like to talk to people. I like to, whatever. I like to be on my feet. That's the type of worker I am. Can't,
I realized, first of all, that's such gaslighting. Like they just gaslight you to use an excuse to like not pay you, because first of all, this country would fucking collapse in 2 seconds if we didn't have all those essential workers. And that's why I get so infuriated when I see Democrats who are supposed to be fighting for the working class being like, we care so much. We really care. We want a $15 minimum wage, equity, because that's their new favorite saying, equity, 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 people of color, people of color, people of color. And then we're like, okay, pass a $15 minimum wage, which would disproportionately affect women of color who are the ones who are disproportionately affected by not having a living wage. And they're like, oh,
Can't.
I thought I found it somewhere. My excuses.
Parliament.
I can't Senate parliamentarian something. Oh, hold on. I gotta go take a phone call here. And it's just like so ridiculous, especially since it's like when I go to like, let's say, you know, wherever, go to the grocery store to see something, you constantly see women of color doing Instacart, shopping, picking up groceries. And it's like, these are the people that they claim to care about and claim to want to fight for. But when it's time to put your fucking money where your mouth is and get that shit in the bill, it's like all of a sudden, oh, we can't do it. We can't do it. So what are you going to do during the midterms next year, 2022? You're going to go to your voters and go, yeah, I know we promised that we were going to give you a $15 minimum wage. We promised. But the parliamentarian, it's a recommendation. It's a recommendation, by the way.